In today's video, we will go over the top 10 planets. Number 1. Mercury. A weird fact about Mercury is that it can either be very hot or very cold on the planet because of a very thin atmosphere. But to be exact, during the day, it can reach upwards of 800 degrees Fahrenheit, and at night, it can reach below negative 290 degrees Fahrenheit, which is crazy for being the closest planet to the sun. Mercury is also single because it has no moons and no rings. Number 2, Venuses. Something weird about Venus is that it is almost the same size and shape as Earth and has almost an identical core, but it doesn't have an inertially generated magnetic field like Earth does. It has an introduced magnetic field from the sun. Something else that is also very weird with Venus is it has a very extreme atmosphere with one of the hottest surfaces in our solar system. Number 3, Earth. Some weird things about Earth is that it has life, and much of that life believes that the Earth is flat. Though it is a sphere at a 23.5-degree angle, and the angle changes the seasons all year round. You can tell what season it is based on the tilt of the North Pole, whether it is in the shade, or if it is directly in the sunlight, or if it's like directly in between. And the Earth has a moon, but sadly it has no rings. Who would have thought? Number 4, Mars. Mars is weird because we think it may have had life, but currently there is no life to our knowledge. We are trying to find evidence on Mars, and it does look like that there was past life because we have sent 5 rovers, each better than the last, to Mars. Mars also has 2 moons, but sadly, it does not currently have a ring, which makes it single. But hopefully, in 50 million years, they'll finally get married. Number 5, Jupiter. Something weird about Jupiter is that it is a gas giant. Jupiter is mostly made up of hydrogen and helium. Jupiter also has 95 moons. Some of those moons are bigger than Mercury. And this time we got some rings. No, not those rings. These rings. Get it right. Number 6, Saturn. Just like Jupiter, Saturn is also a gas giant, but Saturn is just better. However, the weather is horrible, with winds reaching up to 1,600 feet per second. But the thing that makes Saturn better is it has much bigger rings that are more prominent and a lot more moons. 146 moons to be exact. The most amount of moons that one planet has in our solar system. Here's a size representation of it next to the Earth, our moon, and its biggest, and Saturn's biggest moon. Number 7, Uranus. Something weird about Uranus is that it's an ice giant, but not only is it just made up of water, it's also made up of a combination of methane and ammonia. Something else that's weird about Uranus is that it's rotating at a 98-degree angle, which is the steepest angle that a planet rotates at in our solar system. Uranus also has 28 moons and 2 sets of rings. Number 8. Neptune. Something weird about Neptune that it's also a ice giant. But scientists believe that there might be boiling water on Neptune, and the water doesn't escape due to the atmosphere. The atmosphere is mostly made up of hydrogen and helium. Neptune also has many rings like Saturn, but not as many moons. It only has about 16 moons to our knowledge. Number 9. Pluto. Though Pluto is no longer seen as a normal planet, it once was, back in 1930 through 2006. However, in 2006, its title was changed to a dwarf planet. This change was made due to it being smaller than our own moon. It may be smaller than our moon, but Pluto actually has a few moons of its own. One of the weirdest parts about Pluto is its orbit. It orbits at a 57-degree angle, unlike every other planet in our solar system. It is really offset for some reason. Number 10. The Sun.
Here comes the sun.
No, 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 no. Not that sun. Wrong sun. That's for next episode. I'm talking about this sun. The sun is a medium-sized star, but is still much larger than our home planet. The sun doesn't have any moons, though it does have all the planets and their moons. The sun does have a ring that formed about 4.6 billion years ago. However, our sun is very lonely because about 85% of solar systems have multiple stars. Some even go up to 6 stars, which is crazy.